Good morning, students. Welcome to our session. We completed reflection and the refraction of light at curved surfaces. In the refraction of light, we discussed the different types of lenses and how image or otherwise the image formation by using these lenses and the uses of these lenses, that all we discussed in the lesson 4. Based on that lesson 4, we have the next chapter, lesson 5. Okay. Before going to start that lesson, just I'll start with the introduction class. We are able to see any object. How we are able to see? Because through our eyes we are able to see, that everyone how we are able to see any object by using our eyes. See, if you suppose, for example, I can see this pen. How I can see? Because when the external sources, if light falls on that object or this pen, the light rays reflects from the pen. The light rays reflects from the pen, and few of the reflected rays are reached to our eye. So when the reflected rays are reached to our eye, then in the eye we have an important part that is retina. On the retina will get the image of this pen, and this it is sent through our brain through an electrical signals. Then we can identify that this is a pen. So like that, when from the external source, when the light falls on that object, the light reflects, or otherwise simply we'll call it as scatters. Scatters means what? Light from the object goes in the different directions, various directions. That we'll call it as simply scattering of light. And in the 9th class, in biology you have one chapter, that is the sense organs. In that you discussed about the structure of human eye. So based on this, we have to discuss more about the structure of human eye. So today I am going to start that lesson 5 is human eye. What is that? Human eye and its colorful world. See here I wrote. So what is the lesson 5? Human eye and colorful world. In that we'll discuss about the functioning of eye or the structure of eye. And did you observe or not, some persons while they're reading the newspapers or watching the TV, not the TV, while they're reading the newspapers or any book, some they will keep very nearer to the eyes, some they will keep, for example, this is the newspaper, some they will keep very nearer, some they will keep like this, some they will keep like this. It means at different distances, different aged people, they will keep the newspapers and they read that. Why they are keeping? So in this topic we'll discuss about the defects of vision. We'll discuss types of defects of vision and the correction for the types of visions. That all we'll discuss in the chapter 5. Here in this chapter, the human eye functions, means our eye is functioning due to on that principle of the sensation of vision, and we see objects because of light scattered from them falls on the eye. Scattering light when enters to our eye, then when it falls on the retina, then we can sense the vision. Next, our eye has inside our eye, we have that eye has also a lens. Due to that lens, we will get the image inside of our eye. So the eye has a lens in its structure. About this we'll discuss later. Now first I'll start with the activity 1. So what is that activity 1? We have to find the least distance of distinct vision. What is this? For this, just you have to do, take a newspaper or any book, just you take it and place it place it and try to read this newspaper, and you have to adjust the newspaper at what place, at what distance. If you place, then you are comfortably read this newspaper without any strain of your eyes. So just you move nearer to the eye and away from your eye. So like that you adjust at what distance without any strain, you can comfortably read the newspaper, that you find out, that distance you find out. And at that distance, suppose here I'm comfortably read the paper from this distance. So if I measure the distance from the newspaper to my eye, the distance is 25 centimeters. The distance is 25 centimeters. And suppose at this distance, a healthy person, not all, at a distance of 25 centimeters, a healthy person can able to see clearly without any strain. For example, from this distance, if you move nearer to your eyes, see slowly, my eyes are straining and the letters are blurred. I'm unable to read the letters or the sentences here, whatever it is given. So my eyes are paining. But at a distance, when I move this paper nearer to my eye, I'm unable to read and my eyes are paining. So from this again, if I move back, then I read comfortably this newspaper. So at what distance I can see, I can read this newspaper, that distance, if you measure, and that distance we'll call it as least distance of distinct vision. What we'll call least distance of distinct vision. For a healthy person, healthy human, that a distance is 25 centimeters. Now you call your friends, 2 3 or 4 2 3 friends, find out the least distance of distinct, means you ask your friends and you find out, check for your friends least distance of distinct vision. So like that, for you find out the least distance of distinct vision, and some persons you may get to 25, for some persons you may get to more than 25 or less than 25. Okay, so for all that 4 persons, just I said 4, you can take more. So you find out the average of all the distances. Average of all the distances. Then you will get a value that is known as least distance or least distinct of distinct vision, that is 25 centimeters. That is 25 centimeters. See, this least distant of distinct vision is changes from persons to person, and and also it depends on the age factor also. It depends on the age factor also. For example, did you observe or not, some children while they're playing in the mobile or reading, they will keep very nearer to their eyes. They will keep very nearer to their eyes. Even though if you keep like this and if you read, you cannot read more than minute, because the eyes are straining, paining, so you are unable to read. But the children small age, they can read comfortably without any strain, because for the small children below 10 years, the least distant of distinct vision is what is that, 7 to 8 centimeters. It is 7 to 8 centimeters, because they can bear that strain, they can bear that strain in the eyes. Next, if you see that old people, aged people, for them they cannot see like this, they will keep and read the papers. So for them, the least distance of distinct vision is changes is from 25 centimeters to 1 to 2 meters. 1 to 2 meters or more than that. See here. To see an object comfortably and distinctly, one must hold the object at a distance about 25 centimeters from your eyes. This distance is known as least distance of distinct vision. See, below 10 years, the muscles around the eye are strong and flexible. They can bear more strain. They can bear more strain. So for that people that eyes are strong and flexible and they can bear more strain. So due to that, the least distinct vision for them is 7 to 8 centimeters. Next, for a healthy person, 25 centimeters, it is very important in bits. Next, for the old age people, the muscles cannot strain or sustain more strain. Hence, the least, here I wrote the shortcut, least distance of distinct vision shifts to a larger value, that is about 1 meter to 2 meters or even more. This is about activity 1. In next video I will explain about activity 2.